Hi, and welcome to another edition of Strategic Business Insights. Today we're going to talk about destiny. Do things always happen for a reason? It sure seems that way. It seems that way much of the time. But is it really something magical? Is it something that involves a supernatural power that it works out that way? What I'd like to do today is to add some really logical filters to this process to see exactly why do things happen for a reason and why does that seem that way so much of the time. I'd like to talk about two different things. And the first is that the present is immediately the past. Okay? If you do something today, if you do something right now, the moment you've finished it, the moment you've completed that task, it is now something that you have done in the past. And the perfect example is for myself in my career as a speaker. I've always wanted to speak in other parts of the world and to go to far off lands and exotic destinations to speak. And I remember the first time I spoke in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East, and I fought like crazy to get that gig, to get that speaking engagement all the way over on the other side of the world. I worked like crazy to secure that opportunity. And as soon as I got home, I became the guy who went to Dubai. Okay? It became part of me. It became part of my bio. It became part of my history and my experience. So it's perfectly logical that that experience is going to impact my future. Right? The things that I do in the future, or the things that I want to do, well, I can now say, look, I've done a number of things in the past, including having spoken in Dubai. And then eventually I went a second and a third time, and I've been to other places in the region as well. Those things, you fight like crazy to achieve that accomplishment. And as soon as you've achieved it, it becomes one of your achievements, which means that you can use it in the future. And that's the second part, is that the present becomes the future. Once those things are part of who you are, once those things become part of your existence, that ends up affecting your future whether you like it or not. We live in a linear existence, which means everything that happens today impacts what happens tomorrow and the next day and the next day. We don't have an opportunity in our lives to split test, an A-B split test, where we can try two different things at once. We can't do that. We always have to do one thing at a time. Right? And we pick the things that we do, and then that inevitably affects the decisions and the accomplishments and the things that we achieve tomorrow and the next day and the next day beyond that. The reality is that we create our own future, and we do that by taking action today. The way that destiny unfolds is by intelligently picking the things that you're going to do today, knowing that as soon as you achieve them, it becomes part of your past and thereby influences your future. Right? Do things happen for a reason? They do. They do happen for a reason, but it starts with you taking action today. And when you do that, you take responsibility for your future and you create your own destiny in the process. Thanks so much for watching this video. My name is Patrick, reminding you, as always, to think bigger about your business. Think bigger about your life.